here?
No, you're fine there. Hi. Welcome back to the Uber Tablet Blog. My name's Hugo Ortega. Now, as you know, I'm in China at the moment, in Beijing, attending Vista Labs as an MVP and so on. And I've met, from Redmond, Nick White. Hi, Nick.
There.
Welcome to the blog, mate.
Thank you.
So Nick is part of, he's a product manager that doesn't actually manage a product. Now, you told me that, right?
That's exactly it.
Now, give us a breakdown, man. What's the story? What do you do exactly in Redmond?
So my title, well, I do as little as humanly possible, but my title is product manager, but again, as you said, I don't have a product that I manage. It's a communications program that essentially reaches out to non-traditional media, folks who are not PR.
So right, so I like that because obviously this is very non-traditional.
Oh, certainly.
Which means that you pretty much you cover what I do. So blogs-wise, blogs are non-traditional media. That's
Certainly.
on your radar, right?
Blogs on the radar. Some folks write or exclusively have vlogs, basically capture all of their content in video, a la what you're doing right now. Other folks have forums that essentially generate discussion on particular products or aspects of products, Windows Vista being the product that I'm responsible for.
Yeah.
And then we have folks who really just put together news sites that track what's going on development by development, where the product stands at any given moment, and how it's being used and how it's being picked up in the news. And across all of those different media, we found that the traditional media, what we call the MSM or the mainstream media, tends to start gravitating towards picking up blogs. You've probably seen it with respect to whatever the topic at hand may be, that bloggers are starting to get incorporated into news stories, whether it be in the newspaper or...
My blog was referenced on television in Australia.
Exactly, exactly. And so we're finding that some of the pundits out there who write, Walt Mossberg, you may know of from the Wall Street Journal, refers to some of the blogs that are out there, the blogs that constitute my audience. And I've actually had the pleasure, or maybe not so much, of being referred to on the front page of the Financial Times, the blog, the Windows Vista blog that we write.
So I was going to say, so when one thing that Nick does is write the official Windows Vista blog. Now, I was RSSing that a long time ago, prior to even meeting Nick today, or as of a couple of days back, and so I think it's quite neat that that's your blog. I like that blog, and I posted just yesterday a link to a white paper that Nick wrote. So have a look at that anyway. But also thehive.net, which is a real interesting community forum. So give us a little bit of understanding about the Hive, where it's going, where it is today, where it's going.
Sure.
I think there's a lot of possibilities there for non-traditional media.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. The Hive is basically supposed to be a meeting point for enthusiasts in the Windows community, people who specialize or perhaps generalize their interest in Windows, the Windows platform in general. Windows Vista in particular right now is important to us.
Talking point,
Yeah, and so we've got folks who specialize in digital media, tablet, folks like yourself, or whatever the aspect of technology it may be. We've got different forums to address those folks and share information. We've got some insider type relationships with some folks. MVPs would be a good example of that. And then we've got just general news and discussion. Share videos. We have numerous different media that we use to disseminate information, whether it be audio, video, text, or images, or some combination thereof.
So people that are listening out there, where can they go in there, and what should they be looking for?
It's entirely open to the public. You're welcome to lurk if you like. You can register and set up an account, and as most traditional blogs, or most of the blogs that we see out there work, you can't leave any commentary unless you have an account and you're registered. So you sign in if you like to leave any feedback or participate directly in the discussion. Otherwise, you can just lurk and find out information. We've got forums and blogs that are dedicated to what's the newest and latest with Windows Vista, and that could cover any number of things from... There's a DRM discussion that's been going of late. There's discussion of the Windows Vista Family Pack, which allows for multiple PC households to purchase more than one copy of Windows Vista at a discount. So we know that there are a lot of consumers out there, a lot of customers who have multiple PCs in their home. Just the entire gamut. Windows Media Center is a big deal because now that's incorporated in the premium and ultimate SKUs of Windows Vista, and so we've got some folks who exclusively dedicate themselves to that, using Xbox 360 as an extender, so on and so forth, and tweaking using TV tuners and there's just the whole bit. So whatever your particular pursuit may be with respect to the Windows Vista operating system, you'll find news there and discussion and people of the same ilk, of like mind, that you can discuss with. So the Hive is built to be that meeting point, that hub of information.
Fantastic. Now, before we go, obviously this is a tablet PC related blog.
Yes.
Tablet-wise, what do you know? What do you do? What do you have? What don't you have? What do you like?
I work very closely, as a matter of fact, with a gal named Terry Stratton.
Yeah, shout out to Terry, yep.
At thetabletpc.net,
yeah.
And she is really the person that I rely on for tablet expertise. So
yes.
Just about everything, I'd say 80-90%
well, what she
of what
doesn't
I
know is not worth knowing.
Well, right, and the vast majority of what I know about tablets, I've gleaned from her.
Ultra mobile PC. What have you had in your hands?
I've had the is it the Samsung
Q1?
Q1.
Yep.
So not the latest generation, but I have seen Vista loaded on it, and it actually works really well. It's pretty slick.
It does.
So looking forward to seeing how that's handled in the newer generations of the hardware. Just haven't had the time to be able to fit that in and play around, given that we had launch just last week.
You were mentioning about the Asus R2H. That's popular in Redmond right now?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we had seeded those as a marketing effort with a number of folks in Hollywood and football players as well. Just folks from all walks of life, but they have a fairly high profile in the public eye, at least in the States.
Yep.
And our management had a few left over. I was a lucky recipient of one of those. It's got a specialized Windows Vista logo that lights up on the top, and it is probably the best machine I've ever used.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Granted, it's got 2 gigs of RAM, so that helps. That helps a lot, but it really is great. From the handwriting recognition and the tablet input to the touch screen functionality, I'm really happy with it.
Well, I remember with when Tablet PC was first released, hearing that Redmond had also had a seeding program with movie producers. So what they did is actually handed out tablets to run a competition for scripts to come back in, and these movie producers were able to view these scripts and judge them flicking through the tablet, and then annotate on them notes about each script. So,
exactly.
So it's kind of a smart move, getting them in the hands of celebrities and so on.
Yeah, we're finding that not just are tablets sequestered to a real specialized use of medical or students, we're finding that they have an appeal more and more across the board. And
They're
I think
sexy.
we're going to. Yeah, well, there's that, and people maybe don't understand immediately how useful, how immediately the application just makes life easier of using the pen input as opposed to a keyboard. It's a lot more natural.
Right, and now even with the inception of touch screens in this technology, it's very intuitive. It's very
definitely,
very first-hand experience.
I would say so. Yeah, we're seeing that with the HP models that have come out that are desktop touchscreen models, and then how that technology is being incorporated into the Asus.
That's pretty exciting.
And I think we're going to see some convergence there as people really the light starts to go on, so to speak, in the eyes of the consumer. So.
All right, Nick, it's been great to have you on the Uber Tablet blog.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it.
Till next time. All right, once again, it's been Hugo Ortega from the Uber Tablet blog. Till next time, bye-bye.